Hey guys, let me do an update to my previous post about predictive programming and media and what was going on prior to hitting critical mass for awakening on this planet, which we've hit in 2012 and then accelerated even further in 2020. Okay, with the whole COVID situation. So the amount of awakening souls on Earth means that consciousness has risen exponentially. Now, most people are trying at least to be as conscious as possible in their now moments as they possibly can. When you wake up to that, you wake up to the fact that you project out reality with your consciousness. So you are projecting out your reality with your consciousness, and that will all depend upon what frequency you're holding, how often you can be outside of the subconscious and staying in the now moment rather than acting upon what is stored in the subconscious, like all of the programming from mainstream media, Mockingbird Media, it's otherwise known as, all of the programming that has been uploaded into the human psyche through the phantom matrix, the 3D matrix, okay? When you are awake, you are not in that subconscious programming anymore, which is holding all of humanity's shadows, purposeful trauma that they put us through, purposeful fears of Armageddon software, flooding, catastrophes, revelations type stuff, the Four Horsemen stuff type stuff. That's all the software that they had uploaded into the human subconscious mind, okay? All of the stuff that they've been predictive programming us through shows and this, that, and the other. All of the Mockingbird Media bullshit that they're trying to get us to create. As we awaken more, we are no longer acting out of our subconscious programming. Instead, we are in the now moment, acting from source consciousness through us and projecting out a higher consciousness reality. So we've hit critical mass for that, where despite what you guys may think, enough souls on this planet are holding high enough consciousness states of knowing that they are the creator, healing all of the garbage in their subconscious, all of the shadow, all of the trauma, all of the miasmatic pain, all of the suffering, all of the revelations programming, all of that bullshit. Sorry for swearing. And now what we're doing, we have enough souls holding that conscious awareness. You don't need it to be in the majority of bodies. It doesn't need to be majority of individuals. It has to be enough individuals holding that high enough frequency, because when you're holding a high enough frequency, you're actually swaying the entire collective into a higher place. And because we are at that point, the media, the Mockingbird Media, all of the shows that they're trying to do predictive programming, all of the 9/11 timelines that they tried to put in, all of the COVID stuff, all of the false flags, all of the things that they've tried to do are no longer working. They do not have our consent from the subconscious level anymore for these things to have as much potency coming true as they once did. Now humanity is at an awake enough place where they are choosing their own higher consciousness timelines, and we are no longer consenting to being enslaved by these past controllers, or whatever you want to call them, cabal, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. I don't care. And so the good thing about this is what? The good thing about this is that multiple higher, more benevolent timeline future options have opened up for us. The one linear doomsday timeline that they were trying to have us on for their NWO, enslavement, AI, transhumanism, BS, is no longer the most possible timeline. And not only is it no longer the most possible timeline, it's actually inevitably collapsing, because the only way they can get their creation to come to pass how they were previously is to have the majority of the consciousness frequency, not bodies, but frequency, be in that level where they're giving away permission through the subconscious layers. That's what I was saying in my last post, and this still might be confusing. I really don't know, but people are arguing this, that, and the other, and that's fine, because you're consenting to your reality. So if you want to still pretend that you're stuck in these, you can pretend that you're like all awake and you're in the truther community, you're disclosing everything, you're this, that, and the other, you're going down all these rabbit holes, you're uncovering this, uncovering that, and you are still believing that they are in control. You are stuck in the 4D astral level of the NWO, and they love when you're there. So you're still under their control. The only time you wake up out of that is when you come into your knowing as a higher consciousness being, that you co-create your reality. And the higher frequency you hold, the more in alignment with God's will you are, the more you've healed your shadow, your trauma, your negative ego, and you come into that 0 point awareness, you are going to be stuck in the NWO timeline and still be a slave even though you think you're awake. And you're going to continuously be putting forth these negative timelines for them. You're going to be minions for them. Okay, it doesn't matter how much on TikTok, all of these truther accounts that are saying, yo, NWO this, look at what they're doing, look at the chips that they're putting forth. They want to do more vax, injections. They want to do this. Look what they're doing this. They're doing that. Look what they're doing. And this is horrible. Yeah, they want to try to do that. But because we're in an inevitability of ascension and critical mass for awakening has been reached, they can't have those things come to pass. It might look like they've done something. There might be a false flag where at first it's like scary, but then what we'll realize as time goes on, because we're on an awakening timeline, not an NWO timeline, we're going to be seeing that their false flags, whatever they want to try to do again, lockdowns, whatever, doesn't matter. It's going to lose potency quick. Not only that, it's going to flip into awakening more people. Everything that they try to do is going to flip into awakening more people. That's what we're going to see now. So this is a very passionate post because I love humanity and I am excited at the fact that we've come to a point where we are no longer consenting on the subconscious level, on those mass frequency levels, to have the control groups or the cabal or whatever get what they want. It's over. It's over. The only way that it may look like they're getting something that they want is because it's purposeful to wake up the population. Your job is to say, I do not consent, I am sovereign, I am free, I believe in my autonomy, bodily autonomy, I believe in my inner authority to create high frequency timelines in connection with God's will. And the more I heal my negative ego and my shadow and my trauma and my inner judgment and my judgment of other, and I unify with my heart and God's source and Christ consciousness, the more potency I will have in my manifestation for beautiful timeline realities.